Hello everyone, this is Debs and this of course is your TGIF for Friday the 7th of November 2025. Hope you guys are well. Thank you everyone for being here, it is so appreciated. Now a couple of things to let you know. I'm going to be starting off with Pisces because my Pisces are always last. So we're going to be reversing the signs for this particular set and I might do that every 2 or 3 readings, okay? Second of all, this may not be your reading, so remember that energies can be completely switched. And if you want to reach out, if a reading resonates, you can always book a reading with me. My website's down below. Okay guys, enough said. Let's get into this. This is the Grand Lux Tarot, and of course we're starting off with the sign of Pisces. So Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the TGIF reading for my Pisces. Friday the 7th of November, heading into the weekend and into a new week. The cards feel very heavy. They're almost wanting to jump out of my hands. Either Pisces, you're feeling a little bit just all over the place, or you could be incredibly busy, or you may just be in your head trying to make a decision, but there could be a lot of factors you need to take into account. Other people maybe, finances, children, I don't know. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Here we go, here we go. My Pisces. Wow, the World. So guys, you could be wrapping up a cycle. This could even be you wrapping up a cycle of feeling stressed. Okay. You could be communicating with somebody at a distance, or you may be thinking about worldwide travel at this point of time. The World. Wow, major arcana. Okay. Okay, guys. Oh, 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords. All right, 7 of Cups. You're coming out of confusion, Pisces, and you are deciding to end a cycle. You're deciding to end a cycle. You're coming out of confusion. You're wanting balance in your life. Or there could be some confusion here pertaining to equal give and take. King of Wands with a King of Wands. Now, Pisces, you may also be hearing from a King of Wands that he may be getting divorced, but you're confused. Has he really closed out a cycle or not? Is this going to be equal give and take or not? Yeah, guys. Okay. 7 of Coins. For some reason, you may be looking at your savings. You're also looking at past mistakes, looking at the lessons that you learned before. Emperor. Aries energy. The Death card, Scorpio, major change and transformation. The Devil, Capricorn energy. Pisces, whoever this is moving towards you. They're taking action. They're very attracted to you. They're telling you they're ready for an equal give and take situation, connection. This person could be juggling finances. This could be somebody that you knew in the past, that you closed out a chapter with. You may even have blocked them. So you may be a bit confused if they're reaching back out to you, but they're doing that because they're ending a situation because I feel they want to build with you. But you're looking at past mistakes. This person may have come on to you, pretended they were single when they were married, right? Emperor. Is this person sitting in the light? Has this person changed their situation, or are they still sat in toxic energy, just a little bit obsessed with getting back into my life? You're worried about this. You're worried, guys. 2 of Coins. You need some time to think about this. Yeah, because this is somebody from your past. This is also somebody, Pisces, who may have drawn you into a third-party situation in the past, juggled you with somebody else, Yeah, you're sad in fear. 9 of Swords. Okay. You're sad in fear, guys. But 2 of Cups. Maybe when you see this person, you're going to be thinking, yeah, but the chemistry is still there. I still love this person. You're trying to make the right decision for you, guys. Wow. Ace of Pentacles. Pisces, they may want to talk to you about moving in together. And it could be the biggest shock of your life. So this is someone who's saying to you that they are potentially going through a divorce or sorting out the money so they can divorce. They're moving towards you to say, basically, that's in progress. How do you feel about us getting serious just before I've got divorced? You know, maybe we could live together, and then when the divorce finalizes, things could get more serious between us. But you don't know, guys. You don't know. It's as if, oh my goodness, I've got a lot to think about. The Fool, Aries energy. You may believe this is a little bit risky. Wow, guys, 7 of Wands. You may be a bit defensive because with the energy of the Empress, you have a lot to offer, Pisces, or you may feel that it's risky saying to this person, okay, we can talk about moving in together when they're still married, right? 10 of Pentacles. What if they decide to cancel the divorce process and you just end up living with a married man? 10 of Cups. I mean, guys, Empress, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, is you thinking this is risky because they're still married, right? 3 of Wands, there's still somebody else that they're attached to. 2 of Wands. Pisces, I've got to be honest, guys, I don't think you're going to push this person away and say, what do you think you're doing? I think you're up to something. No, I think you're going to be pleasant, but I do feel you're needing a bit more information, right? Well, how far along in the divorce process are you? Is your wife in agreement? Are you amicable? Is she angry? Is she going to take revenge on me? When you're talking about moving in together, would you want me to move in with you? Would you want to move in with me? How is it going to work pertaining to your career? You may want to ask about kids. Pisces, there's so much you need to know. I think you're going to gently push this person back and say to them, look, it's lovely to be back in touch. Of course, we can talk about this, but this is a bit of a shock for me because I thought this was completely over. You may say to this person, I'm happy to date you if you're going through a divorce at the moment, but I don't think it's a good idea for us to talk about moving in together. It's way too big a deal. And see what they say, Pisces. I mean, if this is someone who has really genuine intentions, they're going to understand completely, right? But you don't want to end up in a situation where, for instance, this guy's had a row with his wife, she's kicked him out of their house, he's coming to you to say, hey babe, remember me, I'm getting divorced, maybe we could live together. He moves all his stuff into your house, and then you realize, oh my God, he just wanted somewhere to stay for 6 months, he's going back to his wife. They had an argument. He's got nowhere to stay. He wanted somewhere to stay rent-free, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm always a little bit suspicious when I see energies like this. But Pisces, this could be somebody completely genuine. But I do feel that you're going to say to this person, I think moving in together is just too much. Let's take it really slowly. Let's rebuild the trust. We can get to know each other all over again. And we'll see how it goes. You're not giving this person any guarantees, guys, at all. You want to know that this is really going to happen. You want to know that this person has the right intentions going forward into the future. Okay? Yeah. All right, hidden truth. Archangel Michael, tell us about this King of Wands. What would this King of Wands want to say to Pisces? Thank you, Michael. Oh my goodness, Pisces, they do genuinely love you unconditionally. This is unconditional love. Very strong spiritual connection between you two. Okay. The timing just wasn't right for us. You know what, guys? I think you met this guy. It might have been a very strong connection from day one. He may have felt embarrassed to tell you he was married to somebody else. Maybe his relationship was on the rocks. I think you found out, Pisces, you might have disconnected from him, shut him out. Oh my God, you're not single, right? You didn't tell me you were a married man. And I think, Pisces, you've got on with your life, but this person's never forgotten you. I think they're coming back to say, I am getting divorced. The relationship's not working. I do still love you. I don't know how you feel about me, but I want to get serious with you. I have serious intentions. I think, Pisces, you're simply going to say, all right, well, it's wonderful you've come back, but it is a bit of a shock. Let's just take things slowly, okay? But Pisces, this is looking beautiful. So guys, have a wonderful weekend. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Aquarius. Hello, my lovely Aquarians. Happy Friday, guys. Hope you got something fantastic planned for this weekend coming. And let's just get into this. Oh, I'm feeling really nervous. Aquarius, are you nervous? Are you about to sort of, I'm hearing launch yourself forward. Launch yourself forward. You could be starting an online business, Aqua. You could be approaching someone to tell them how you feel. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah. Wow, my mouth is really dry. That's so weird. It's just become dry. You may stutter over your words. If you're talking to someone, you may not know what to say. Oh, yeah. My stomach's gone right up to my throat. How strange. You're nervous, Aquarius. You're nervous. Okay. Knight of Wands. Six of Wands. Queen of Swords. Okay, Aqua, this is you. This is you. Yeah. The reason why you're nervous, the reason why you're sitting in the Nine of Swords is you've got someone rushing towards you. They're incredibly attracted to you. Could be a Leo or any other fire sign. You feel this person is being super confident, wanting to win you, wanting to be with you, but you may feel that they're hiding something. Maybe what you're thinking about, Aquarius, is, yeah, I've got a feeling they just want to fling. Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords. Aqua, my beautiful Aquarian females, put your sword away, okay? This could be you overreacting. Could be. Could be. Depending on your situation. I mean, this is this person passionately moving towards you. They're gathering up the courage to do this. They're wanting to be by your side. They're wanting to be with you. And they're met with the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. I mean, that is you stopping this person in their tracks saying, excuse me, what are you doing? I hope you've got the right intentions. If you don't, I'm going to be very angry. Aquarius, give this person time to tell you what they want to tell you. I think I'm picking up on this person's energy who's very nervous in communicating with you, okay? They do love you. This is genuine love. Ace of Cups. Page of Swords. They may have a child with somebody, yes. Nine of Pentacles. They may say to you, I am single, okay? So don't bite my head off, Aquarius. I am single. I do have a child with somebody, potentially, but I am single. Okay, yes. The Lovers. Could be a Gemini. Aquarius, they have made a choice, I think, to leave a situation behind and to become single. They're moving towards you. They want to be with you. They're hoping you're going to open the door. But this might have started as a third-party situation in the past. And they're basically afraid, Aqua, you're going to bite their head off. Okay? Oh, my goodness. Okay. 5 of Coins. All right. Aqua, this could even be somebody who's actually gone through divorce. They might have ended a relationship to be with you, and so they've lost money. But this is someone who genuinely loves you. They do love you. Wow. Yes. Two of Cups. Aquarius, this is someone in love. Okay, so don't give this person a hard time, grill them, interrogate them, because they may have gone through a messy divorce or ended things with the mother of their child to be with you. And if your reaction is very cold, very sharp, really unemotional, I think you might upset this person. Now, I can hear some of you out there saying, well, they deserve it because of what they did in the past. Sure, but I'm getting a really upfront, honest energy coming from this person. Yes, they are nervous because they're expecting questions from you, but I do think they have the right intentions. Okay. The Tower. Okay, what's the Tower? All right. Aqua. This person, I think, has blown up a marriage to be with you. Yes, this person is blowing up a marriage or has ended a marriage because they want to be with you. This is someone who fell in love, but they may have been married to somebody else or living with somebody else. If they were living with somebody else, that person could have been an Aries, a Scorpio, or potentially a Taurian, but it's done. And I feel this person wants to build a life with you. Okay. Underneath the deck, Aqua, we have the Devil, Capricorn energy. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. All right, this person was held in a toxic long-term commitment based on financial stability. I think with the Three of Pentacles, they tried to work on this with you whilst they were in that relationship, but you weren't interested. Four of Cups. No, says Aquarius, because you're not single, right? So they knew the truth, and the truth is, yeah, you know what? Okay, Aqua doesn't want an affair situation and was looking for a commitment. So they stood at crossroads for quite a long time. In their head, what do I do? What do I do? I want to be with Aquarius. I think with the Hermit, they did a lot of soul searching and realized that the only way that you would fully let them into your life is if they went through a divorce or separated from a long-term partner. And I think that's what they're doing, guys. Yeah, Virgo energy there. So here we go, Aquarius, hidden truth. What would this person want to say to Aqua, please? I replay our conversations over and over. They never forgot what you said. They never forgot what you said, okay? Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Okay, one more. I love you unconditionally. Oh my gosh, Aquarius. Yeah, I mean, this is someone who was genuinely in love. Okay, yeah. So guys, I think this is a beautiful connection that's going to be coming back together again. I think this person's blowing up a marriage because they fell in love with you. They may not have a lot to offer you, Aquarius, but this person does have genuine intentions. I think they're going through a divorce. Okay, I mean, this is strong divorce energy. The Tower, the Hierophant, which is marriage. Six of Pentacles is potentially dividing the assets. If this was a lover situation, they are ending a relationship to commit to you. So hear them out, put your sword away, listen to what they have to say, and I think for many of you, you're going to give this person a chance. Okay? So Aquarius, take care of you, have a great weekend, and we're now moving to the sign of Capricorn. Hello, my gorgeous Cappies. My little Oscar's just come in. The sign fell down, so yeah, that's the reason why. If you're watching this reading and you're thinking, yeah, the sign just moved. Yeah, okay, that was my little baby Oscar. He wanted some treaties. All right, so Caps, here we go. This is the Grand Lux Tarot, and of course, we are looking at Friday, the 7th of November. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I'm hearing a song immediately. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. That song, right? Excuse my singing. Yeah. Something about this house ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Oh, Capricorn, are you missing someone? You're missing someone or somebody's missing you. Okay, let's see what's going on, guys. Justice, Libra energy. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Wow, 3 of Swords. Capricorn. What's going on here, people? Page of Cups. Knight of Swords. Okay, you guys had an argument. Very clearly. Cappy, you may have realised that this is either someone who was caught up in a commitment but felt left out in the cold, and you realised they were married and you couldn't believe it. Feeling heartbroken, they may have apologised to you but you were angry. How could you not tell me you were married, right? Or this could simply be you two in a commitment, but you felt left out in the cold, feeling heartbroken because you might have found out about a younger water sign, and this is you angry. So you could have been in a really serious commitment, but realised that your person was messing around with somebody much younger, male or female. And this is you two having an argument, and you two have split. Okay, guys. 9 of Swords. Okay. Queen of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. 4 of Swords. Ten of Wands. Wow. Ten of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Got 2 queens in the mix. Okay. And we've got a King of Cups. All right. Okay. Wheel of Destiny. All right. Capricorn, you're coming through as the King of Cups. You fell in love with this woman. You may have felt she was the be-all and end-all. You may have felt very strongly that you may end up marrying this woman, only to realise that she was in a commitment with somebody else. What she's going to tell you is, I did fall in love with you too, Capricorn, and I am taking legal action to become single so we can live together. She's talking to you about the 10 of Cups. Now, if this is a woman who was married, what she's saying to you is, I'm really sorry I wasn't totally upfront with you. I fell in love with you too, but I didn't want to tell you I had a child with somebody, or I didn't want to tell you that I was already married. I'm moving into legal separation from my partner. I've been doing a lot of thinking about this. I've been in a horrible situation. I'm changing my situation so I can be free to be with you. So as a masculine Capricorn, you have a woman here who is taking action. She could be legally separating from a partner, and she may talk to you about living together. Because what she's saying to you is, Cappy, it was fate that we met. I know you're my person. I mean, you guys are coming through as the King and Queen of Cups, okay? Yeah, I think the Queen of Swords is her taking action, being brutally honest with you, and saying, okay, I wasn't totally upfront with you to begin with, but I am working on becoming single so we can sit in the 10 of Cups. What do you think? Cappy. So this person could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but she is doing the needful because she's fallen in love with you and she knows you love her. She's doing what she needs to do to try and make this work, okay? So don't give up hope. The Star. All right, she could be an Aquarian. 4 of Wands. Holy moly. Okay, I mean, you could have met your true divine twin. All right. She wants to heal this, and her wish come true is for you guys to move in together. I've got to admit, Capricorn, I think what you're going to be feeling is victory and success. You may, Capricorn, have come to understand that she was in a really toxic situation. You may even have blocked her for a period of time, okay? Because you might have thought, oh, all right, she just wanted to juggle me with her partner, but what you're realizing is, Knight of Pentacles, she's coming straight back to you to say, I'm ending it. I'm ending the relationship I was in because I want to be with you. Okay? Yeah. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. And there we have you, King of Coins. So you're coming through as the King of Coins and the King of Cups. This is simply you in love, ready to commit. She's coming through as the Queen of Swords. She's taking action. She's telling the truth because she loves you too. I mean, this is closing out a cycle for her because she's in love with you and wants to be with you. All right, you're coming through as a masculine. So Caps, this is a really, really beautiful reading. Give this woman a chance. She may feel a bit mortified she wasn't upfront with you to begin with, but she is leaving a connection to make it work with you. Okay, she may be taking legal action to become single because she wants to sit in the 10 of Cups with you. And you know this was a fated meeting. So here we go, Caps. Let's see what this woman would want to say to you. Let's see. I love you. Okay, those 3 little words. Those 3 little words. She lost herself for a little while. She may be very confused as to what she wanted to do, whether or not she wanted to leave the connection she was in. She might have flirted with you, gave you the impression she was single because she was so unhappy in a relationship she was tied to. I think she's ending it to be with you. I think she's ending it to be with you. Yeah, she wants you. Capricorn, she's made her choice. She loves you. She wants you. She did lose herself for a little while, but I think she's going to do what she needs to do in order for you two to sit in the 10 of Cups. So guys, this is a really beautiful reading. So I'm leaving it there. Have a great weekend. Take care of you guys. And we're now moving to the sign of Sagittarius. All right, my lovely Saggies, here we go, guys. This is your TGIF for Friday, the 7th of November, 2025. Where the hell has this year gone? I don't know. I don't know. I'm already thinking about Christmas. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 7th of November, heading into the weekend and into a new week. All right, I'm seeing somebody opening up what looks like a paper diary or a notebook. They're scribbling things down. They're thinking, God, I've got so much to organize. Yeah, you could be really busy at this point of time, Sag. You may even be making quite serious plans for next year for some of you. Okay. Yeah, wow, 10 of Wands. You've got a lot on your mind. You've got a lot of responsibilities. You've got a lot to deal with. 10 of Cups. You may be weighed down by a family situation, or there could be problems in a partnership, Sag. It may be that everything's down to you, right? You may be, for instance, the main breadwinner. 7 of Cups. You're very confused, Sag. 4 of Swords. You're very confused. You may not feel terribly well right now. You're taking care of your health. Saggy, you could just be working too hard, guys. I've got to be honest. You may have, you know, your parents, your sisters, your brothers, your nieces, your aunts and uncles saying, oh, I want to see you, Sag. You've got to come here. You've got to go there. You've got to be at this celebration. You know, we need you, Sag. And this is you thinking, blimey, you know what? I'm exhausted. It may be you feel that family's putting too much pressure on you. Whatever's going on here, Sag, I feel you want to make a change. For some of you, you may want to pass responsibilities over to somebody else because it's just too much. You may have a child to think about, or this is you feeling very testy with family, maybe a bit sharp with your words because you're under so much pressure. Six of Swords. Wow. Wow, guys. I mean, this could be you saying, all right, I'm sorry, I can't do this, I'm leaving. I can't do this, I'm leaving. Three of Pentacles. Sag, you may be trying to bring in 3 streams of income to support a whole family here. Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, guys, this is you losing it. This is you losing it. This is you saying to family, I'm working all hours God sends to provide for all of you. I mean, Sag, you could either be supporting parents, siblings, that sort of thing, or you could be in a relationship with a wife and 4 kids. So this is either you having a very blunt conversation with your wife, your partner. I'm so sorry, love, but you got to get a job, right? I'm sorry, you can't be a stay-at-home wife anymore because I can't cope with this financially. Or you are stressed because you may feel that you're the one that has to provide for your nearest and dearest. You know, you could be the man of the family. And this is you thinking, I can't do this anymore. My health's suffering. I'm exhausted all the time. This is you losing it. This is you losing it. Okay? King of Cups. All right, now, Sag. Is the real reason why you're so tense, is the real reason the fact that you're in love with someone? That's why you're on edge? Oh gosh. Yeah, Sag, you're in love with someone. You have met your person. You've met your person, King and Queen of Cups. And this is you. All right. You've met your person, Sag, but either they're in a relationship with someone else, or what you're thinking about is you want to take action on this person. But to do that, you're going to have to leave family behind or a partner behind. And Sag, this is you in a lot of stress, feeling that moral conflict within you. I know I should do the right thing. I know I should be the provider, be a good husband, be a good son, whatever this is. But you're in love with someone, Sag, that you feel you can't be with because maybe all of your finances are swallowed by taking care of other people and you're feeling stuck. And this is you flaring up within a family dynamic because not only are you under a lot of financial pressure, Sag, but your heart is with somebody else. You know? This could be you looking after elderly parents, but you're stressed out because you're in love with someone, but the situation you find yourself in doesn't allow you to be with that person. And so this is you just being very on edge. People may be walking on eggshells around you, Sag, because of the frustration. Simply the frustration, right? Yeah. Sag, you want to reunite with someone. You're dreaming of coming together with someone to celebrate, but you're standing at crossroads because you have this moral dilemma. You're going to have to walk away from a partner, or you're going to have to walk away from providing financially for your family in order to pursue this connection. And this is you just really frustrated. So this is you coming home from work, you're antsy with your partner, or you're argumentative with your brother or sister because you wish you weren't in this situation, you know? Guys, okay. Yeah, look at that. 5 of Wands. You're arguing with people that You're feeling weighed down by, because you just wish you weren't in the situation. What you're thinking about is, by the time I actually get myself sorted, in order to have something to offer this person, it will be too late. Two of Swords. It will be too late. Five of Cups. Oh, Sag. Okay. Queen of Coins. All right, guys. I've got to be honest. I think you are in a relationship with a Queen of Pentacles. You may be the main breadwinner, but you're weighed down by this relationship because you fell in love with somebody else. Somebody else has your heart, Sag. You may have Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio as a rising moon or Venus. Eight of Pentacles. This is really tough, guys, because this Queen of Pentacles wants to work on the situation with you, but all you're thinking about is, I just can't wait to get out of this because I'm in love with somebody else. Lovers, Sag. So this was a lover situation. You met someone, fell in love, but you didn't tell them at the time that you were in a commitment with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. You didn't tell them. You kept it to yourself. I think, Sag, you want to go back to this lover to say, I did fall in love with you. But the problem is, not only were you not honest with this person, this lover, and this might have been somebody you're now disconnected from. They might have thought it was just a fleeting casual connection. You may have to leave behind a Queen of Coins in order to be with this woman. So you're stood at crossroads. You want to reunite with them and take action because you're in love with this Queen of Cups. The problem is, you're held in a situation which means you can't move. You may be the main breadwinner in a family situation with your Queen of Pentacles, and you may find yourself getting angry and annoyed with your Queen of Pentacles, Sag, because all you want to do is pack a bag and leave and go and be with your Queen of Cups. But you know you can't do that. So, yeah. Interesting. Underneath these energies, we have the Page of Swords. On top of that, Sag, you would have to give a difficult message of truth to this Queen of Cups. And that message of truth would be, I'm sorry, I was actually married or living with a Queen of Pentacles. I did juggle you with this woman. The thing is, I fell in love with you, Two of Cups. But you're afraid that you'll have to face Judgment Day. So this is really, really difficult for you. I don't think you told this Queen of Cups, Sag, that you were married or in a long-term commitment. So not only are you feeling frustrated and stuck in the relationship you're in, but you'd have to come clean to the Queen of Cups to admit that, yeah, when you two were seeing each other, you were a married man. And Sag, you know that's going to be very difficult. And the issue is, she could just slam the door in your face and say, I can't believe it, you know. So this is you sort of loving her from a distance whilst being in a relationship with a Queen of Pentacles, but you're weighed down, Sag, because you don't want to be in this commitment anymore. But you may have financial responsibilities, you know. All right, guys. Here we go, hidden truth. Saggy, what would you want to say to this Queen of Cups? All right. Wow, cards literally flying out the deck. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what it is. I'm afraid to contact you. I know I messed up everything. Sag, I don't think you had the courage to tell this Queen of Cups that you're a married man. I don't know whether or not she intuited it anyway. She's a Queen of Cups. What else do you want to say to her? My life is not as together as it seems. All right, Saggy. Yeah, you could be in a really difficult, toxic situation, or you may just have a lot of responsibilities, you know. I replay our conversations over and over again. You can't stop thinking about this woman, Sag. The problem is, you're not making a decision, and you'd have to admit to her that you lied to her. What would she want to say to you? Let's have a look. What would this Queen of Cups want to say to my Saggies? I think it's over, guys. I'm really sorry. We need to let each other go. Sag, she may have already intuited that you weren't single. There may have been red flags. She may have sensed something wasn't right. Yeah. Sag, I think if you move towards her and admit the truth, which is, I am actually married. I'm in a tricky situation. I've got responsibilities, financial obligations. You're hoping she would understand and you two could maybe sort something out. But I think as far as she's concerned, she's let this go. I think she's let this go. Okay, my Saggies. I'm so sorry, guys. But anyway, I'm leaving the reading there. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Scorpio. All right, my beautiful Scorpios. Here we go, people. Let's see what the cards have to say. Happy Friday. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh my goodness. Okay. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Friday, the 7th of November. Thank you, Michael. You may want to get something off your chest. You may want to get something off your chest, Scorpio. Yeah. You might have been deliberating for quite a long time. Ooh, Tower. Now, the way it fell out of the deck was sort of sideways. Scorpio, Aries energy. Are you trying to prevent a Tower moment? Or are you thinking, once I speak this truth, someone's going to be shocked? Or maybe not? Maybe not? Okay. Let's see, guys. Ace of Swords. Scorpio, you may want to tell someone the whole truth. You may also be ending a situation with someone. Four of Cups. Why do I feel, Scorpio, this is you dreaming of being with someone, but you may be telling yourself the harsh truth, which is, I don't think they feel the same, or I don't think they take me back. The Strength card. You're going to need a lot of courage to speak to this person. Leo energy. The Hangman. You're afraid that they're going to hold back from you. You may be hoping that they're going to see your perspective, understand. Scorpio, you want to be with this person. You want to be with this person. They could be a Leo, a Pisces, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I think what you want to say to this person is, look, it's been a long time coming, but I have something to tell you. I've got to get something off my chest. But you're afraid that they're either going to hold back from you or they're involved with somebody else. Okay, guys. All right, you're afraid, Scorpio, that they're just going to block you. If you take a leap of faith and communicate with this person a truth, you're afraid they're just going to block you. Aries energy. Virgo, you've been doing a lot of soul searching about this, and you've been standing at crossroads. Oh, okay. Knight of Wands. You've been wanting to reach out to this person for quite a long time. Three of Cups. You want to reunite with this person, but you're afraid, Scorpio, that if you tell them the truth, they're not going to want anything to do with you. You are in love with this person. You want to offer them love. Eight of Pentacles, you want to work on the situation. But you're afraid that they're going to push you away. Now, either Scorpio, you have to admit that you're not single. You weren't single when you dated this person. You want to move into a loving relationship with them, but you may still be connected to somebody else. You're hoping they'll see your perspective. You're hoping they're going to want to work on this with you. But everything inside you, Scorps, is telling you they're going to be defensive, they're going to block you, they're going to hold back from you if you express the truth. And so this is you sort of emotionally all screwed up in your head, sort of in limbo, thinking, what do I do? Underneath the deck, Five of Wands. You don't want arguments. You don't want to cause drama. I've got to admit, Scorps, I think this is guilt, remorse, regret. Because with the Ten of Cups and the Devil, you may be in a toxic dynamic where you're not happy. We have the Queen of Cups. So as a masculine, you could be in a toxic relationship with a Pisces, Cancer, or fellow Scorpio. Or Scorpio, you're a feminine who's obsessed with someone, wanting to be with someone, but you're in a relationship with another guy. Ace of Pentacles. You may have thought that you could move out of living with someone and move in with this person. Would they consider living together? Three of Wands. They may live at a distance, Scorpio. Whatever your situation, you might have had your reasons to withhold the truth that you were still connected to somebody else. And this is you having held back from reaching out to this person again. You two may have just stopped dating, or they may have said to you, I'm sorry, I don't want a long distance connection. Scorpio, you want to tell this person the truth that you're not actually single, but you're afraid of doing that. You're afraid of their reaction. You think if you say to them, look, you know, this was an affair, Knight of Wands. Yeah, it was a third party, but I fell in love with you. I want to work on it. You're afraid they're going to push you away. You're afraid they're going to be defensive. And so this is you just sat in your head thinking, what do I do? You can't get this person off your mind, but you're afraid of their reaction if you tell them the truth. Because Page of Swords, it would be a difficult message of truth. You may even have a child with somebody, Scorps, you know. All right, people. So guys, I think you're in your head. You're not going to contact this person because you're worried about doing that. But this person's on your mind the whole time. Let's see what you'd want to say to them. What would my lovely Scorpios want to say to this person, please? Yeah. You're afraid to contact them, Scorpio, because you'd have to come out with the truth. There it is. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Scorpio, you may have blown up at this person. You may have gaslit this person, caused arguments, caused drama, been very defensive because you felt guilty. Because you felt guilty. You didn't tell this person you weren't single, right? And if they questioned you, you may have had an argument, shouted at them, said, oh my God, I can't believe that you'd think that, when actually it was the truth. You may have even blamed this person. If you weren't like this, if you weren't like that, it's your problem, it's your fault, you know. I'm going to end it with you type of thing, but you may have ended it when you didn't want to because you were afraid that they'd find out the truth. They may already have found out the truth. That's why they've sort of detached from you here. Yeah, Scorps, you bury your head in work just to forget this person. The problem is, I don't think that is working. So you may need some more time to figure out if you want to communicate, okay? All right, my Scorps, take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Libra. Hello, my beautiful Libras. I hope you got a lovely weekend sorted out. Hope you're all well. Let's see what's going on. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my gorgeous Libras? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Oh my word. King of Cups, Page of Swords. What do we have for my Libras, please? Thank you, Michael. There may be a difficult message of truth, Libra, coming from a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. Or Libra, you could be sat in the King of Cups as a masculine, wanting to tell someone a bit of a difficult truth, if I can speak, a bit of a difficult truth. Okay, so the deck is Cup, but yeah, Page of Swords, King of Cups. Okay, guys, Michael wants us off the table. Maybe you feel a topic of conversation needs to be closed out and then it's just off the table. Okay, Libra, Six of Cups. You may be hearing from somebody from your past, or you could be sat in nostalgia about a past situation. The Moon, Cancerian energy. You may have deep feelings about a situation from the past. The Chariot, very strong Cancerian energy. This King of Cups could be a Cancerian. The Moon for me with the Crab is Cancer, so is the Chariot. I think, Libra, you're afraid that somebody's going to try and have a conversation with you and it's not going to be what you want to hear. The Strength card, Leo. The Star. Look at these major arcana. Holy moly. 4 major arcana in a row. The Moon, the Chariot, the Strength card, and the Star. What I think you're nervous about is because of a difficult or complicated situation from the past, where things may have been hidden from you, you're afraid of somebody rushing towards you to tell you a truth, which might mean, Libra, that you have to move. And you don't want to move. This is you thinking, I don't want to move. I don't want to leave my home. I don't want to leave the area. I don't want to sell my house. This is you holding back from moving because you're sitting in the Star energy. You're sitting in a place of relaxation, of peace, of calm. If there were issues from the past, Libra, you've healed yourself and you don't want any drama. You're afraid somebody's going to rush towards you, tell you a difficult truth, which means that it's going to cause upheaval in your life. That's what you're worried about, guys. Okay, lovers. 2 of Wands. Gemini energy. Wow. The Sun. Leo energy. King of Wands. Strong fire. Libra, I've got to be honest, what this person is going to say to you is, I am trying to make a choice. I have a choice between 2 people, but I'm standing at crossroads because even though this person makes me happy, they live a long way away. King of Wands. I don't think, Libra, this is you wrapped up in a third party. I think this might be even a family member who is wanting to tell you a truth, that they're thinking of detaching from somebody else in the family to be with a lover. And you're sitting there stressed, thinking, if that happens, I may have to move to look after another family member that they may be leaving. You're afraid that whatever decision this King of Wands is about to make, it's going to affect you, your life, and your peace of mind. Knight of Pentacles. All right, Libra, this is going to be a tough one, guys. Because whoever this King of Wands is offering you a lot of financial compensation, is the word coming through, for you to leave the location you're in and maybe move to support another family member. But Libra, this is you a bit defensive. This is you defensive. What you're saying to this person is, okay, you want new love. Okay, you're leaving someone to be with a lover. But don't expect me to disrupt my life in order to leave my home, leave the location I'm in, because you want to be with somebody else. That's your issue, not mine. I don't care how much money you give me. I don't care that you want to cover my rent or my mortgage, or you want to give me money so I can buy a house near a family member because you're worried about them being on their own. It's not my issue. Yeah. This person wants to up and leave, but they want to make sure that you're going to be around, Libra, to take care of this family member. They're offering you a large amount of money to do this. Could be out of guilt. This, for instance, Libra, could be your father who is admitting the truth that he's leaving your mother. You may live at a distance from this person. And what they're saying is, Libra, if I leave your mother to be with a lover, I want to make sure she's taken care of because she's probably going to be on her own. So you need to come back to the area to take care of your mother. But as compensation, financially, I can give you quite a lot of money to help you do this. It may sound a bit far-fetched, Libra, but that's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting here, guys. Yeah. This was an unequal give and take situation between you and a family member. I think this person is divorcing their partner because they sabotaged a relationship because they were unfaithful. I think this person, Libra, is leaving a Queen of Cups, a Queen of Pentacles, a Queen of Coins, because they want to manifest a new relationship with a lover. But with the energy of the Five of Cups, Libra, I think you're not only very disappointed in this person, I can't believe you cheated on this family member and now you want me to help you out, you know? But Libra, you may even block them. You may be so upset, you may block this person. They may feel, Libra, particularly if you're in a difficult financial situation, that you would jump at the chance of maybe consoling, say, your mum, if this person helped you purchase a property, or this person said, I'd pay your rent if you moved. But no, Libra, I mean, this is you thinking, not only do I not want to do this, I can't do this. I can't leave my home. I'm not moving to another country, right? Five of Wands, what you're realizing is this person's caused a lot of drama in a family dynamic, and whoever this King of Wands is is sort of wanting you to console another family member. You're conflicted, Libra. You're conflicted. Because you're in a beautiful temperate place of peace and calm with a star energy and temperance. And this is the last thing you'd want to do. All right, guys. So, hidden truth. Let's see what this King of Wands wants to say to you, Libra. This is a family situation. Yeah, this guy knew exactly what he was doing. He's planned all this in his head. He may have planned all this for quite a while. He knew exactly what he was doing. He felt, Libra, that because you were in a difficult financial situation, if he offered to help you financially, you would do this. But this family member didn't treat you very well, could have left you out in the cold, could have ignored you for years. Wow. Libra, they may even have not mentioned you in conversation as if you weren't part of the family anymore. And now they want you to help them out. Libra, this may be a challenge because even though you and this King of Wands may not get on, whether or not this is your father, your brother, I don't know, they are leaving someone behind, maybe leaving somebody to fend for themselves. This could be somebody older, this could be somebody with mental health issues, somebody who's handicapped, I don't know. But they want to leave to be with a lover, and they're thinking that if they pay you a lump sum of money, you can move to take care of this person. Now, this is a moral dilemma because you may care about the person that they're leaving and want to make sure they're okay. But you may be angry that this King of Wands thinks that he can just give you a lump sum of money and you will help them out because it's this King of Wands who is causing you the issue. If this King of Wands wasn't leaving maybe a vulnerable person to be with a lover, then maybe you'd be a little bit more receptive, Libra, but you may feel that this person is just being audacious. This could be you estranged from your father, Libra, for years. For whatever reason. And they're suddenly sending you a lump sum of money saying, okay, Libra, yeah, sorry I haven't been in touch. I'm leaving your mother to be with somebody else. We're divorcing, but I don't want to leave your mother by herself at her age. So I'm happy to give you money so you can get yourself on the housing ladder, or I'm happy to help you pay off your mortgage. It's going to be a really tough call because you don't want to upset further the person that this King of Wands is leaving behind. If this is your mother, you don't want your mother to feel that you don't care. But this is almost emotional blackmail from this King of Wands because he's leaning on your weakness. He's sort of wanting to twist your arm, saying to you, there's going to be financial compensation if you do this. Libra, what are you going to say to this King of Wands? Wow. This is going to be a tough call, guys, but I think what you're going to say is no. And you may ask, for instance, your mother's forgiveness, not this King of Wands, because you don't respect him. He's left maybe your mother in a very difficult situation. He's also tried to blackmail you in the nicest sense, right? Offer you money so that you would basically make sure that Any responsibilities he has, you take over. No, I don't think you're doing that, Libra. What you're saying is, I'm sorry, I hope everyone can forgive me, but this isn't happening. I'm not doing this. Yeah, you're very upset, Libra. You can't believe that this King of Wands cheated on someone you're very close to. And I think you've just detached from the family. So expect a call. He's going to be shockingly blunt. He's going to say to you, difficult situation, we're getting divorced. I can help you financially if you decide to move to take care of so-and-so. So Libra, it's up to you what you do, but I'm leaving it there. Take care of you guys. Have a lovely weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Virgo. Hello, my lovely Virgos. Here we go, guys. This is your TGIF for Friday, the 7th of November, 2025. Let's see what's going on, guys. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Friday, the 7th of November, moving into the weekend and into a brand new week. Virgo, what's going on? What's going on? Yes, okay. All right. They wanted to come out. Quite a few cards as well. Are they part of the reading, Michael? Yes. Okay, they're going to be part of the reading. All right, here we go. So, Two of Coins. You're trying to make a decision, Virgo. You may be dealing with heightened emotions. This is a lot of communication coming at you. Two of Swords. Somebody may not be wanting to communicate with you anymore. Could be your partner, could be a member of the family. Wow. They may be leaving. Or Virgo, are you deliberating whether or not you should communicate with someone that you're leaving a family member, but you're afraid that they're going to just disconnect from you? You may be wanting to tell someone that you're ending a relationship, but you're afraid they're not going to want to talk to you anymore. Wow. Two of Wands. So Virgo, you are standing at crossroads. You're wanting to move to calmer waters. You may be wanting to work on a situation or work on finances because you want victory and success. You want to feel victorious. You want to feel as if you've achieved something here. Ace of Cups. You may want to be with somebody else. You may want to leave a situation to be with someone that you love. Could be a Leo, could be a Cancerian. I'm also hearing Scorpio. But it means you have to deliver a difficult message of truth. And it is risky. You may want to talk to an Aries or tell someone the blunt truth that you're heading off on another path. But you've got to be very careful here, Virgo, about money. Why do I feel as if you're trying to make sure that financially, whoever you're leaving is not left in a difficult situation because you're deciding to head off in another direction to be with somebody else? So you're trying to wrap up the finances so you don't feel guilty about leaving because you don't want to be in the situation anymore, basically. Justice. Libra energy, the sun. There might have been enlightenment about a legal contract, Taurus, Libra energy. And there might have been a message of anger directed towards you, Virgo. And because you love this person, I think you've taken some kind of action. Because otherwise what you're realizing is someone here is going to be self-sacrificing. And you're sat in fear that if this person knows the whole truth, they're going to lose respect for you and they may totally disconnect from you. The truth is, Virgo, you may have had an affair with someone. Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, and you're really burdened. Because if you're leaving a situation, if you're, say, divorcing a partner, you're going to be left with very little money. Maybe your partner's going to be left with very little money if you divorce your partner. Queen of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And so you're trying to be frugal financially and sort out the financial aspects before you leave. But there's a lot of stress, Virgo, that if somebody finds out the truth, knows what's really going on behind the scenes in a family situation, they're going to detach from you. And I think that would upset you. So you're trying to do the fair thing, the right thing financially, but you're very, very worried because you may be trying to split a very small amount of money several ways. It could be for your future life with your new person. It could be to the partner that you're leaving. It could be to your children. There's a lot of people involved. I think, Virgo, you've been standing at crossroads as to whether or not you really should leave, because it's going to affect your family negatively financially. So, Virgo, hidden truth. What's the truth of the situation here? What's the hidden truth? Let's just ask that question, because I feel there are quite a few people in the mix. What's the truth of the situation? Okay. Virgo, I think you're in love with someone. You've been trying to push down your feelings, but I don't think you can anymore. I think you're arranging to leave a partner because so many things remind you of, say, a lover. So many things remind you of this person. You can't get them off your mind. You think about the conversations that you two have had over and over again. And you're in love with this person, unconditional love. You love this person, Virgo. Wow. And you're so attracted to this person. I mean, this is the person you want to be with. You can't stop thinking, Virgo, you're obsessed with this person. The problem is you're in a very complicated family situation where money may be tight, or you're going to have to divide money several different ways. And you may feel you're not going to have enough money to live a brand new life with the person that you love. Could have been someone you met a while ago, could be your lover, I don't know. If you follow through with your plan to detach from someone that you may be married to, maybe to divorce, you're worried that it's going to negatively affect the financial stability of other family members. So you're in a really difficult situation. You want to be with somebody else, Virgo, but if you do that and detach from the person you're with, other family members are going to suffer financially. So this is a moral dilemma for you, and a difficult one, because you'll either stay in an unfulfilling family situation, maybe for the sake of financial stability of your family, partner, children, whoever else in the mix. Or Virgo, you organize your money so everything is fair and balanced between family members before you leave. But the problem is, if you do that, you're not going to have enough money to have a brand new life with a person that you love. So this is a really serious consideration for you. You are still deliberating this. You may be juggling money. You're standing at crossroads. You're afraid that if you communicate to someone that you've had an affair, they're going to block you. Could be a family member. If you tell someone you're moving out, right, you're living with somebody else, you love somebody else, you're afraid that someone here is going to block you out of disappointment, out of upset. You're thinking that if you can move to calmer waters with your family, who may have all got a bit suspicious, and divide up money maybe 3 ways, you could feel victorious in moving towards new love, leaving the person that you're with. The problem is you feel that you'd have to deliver a difficult message of truth to someone in particular, and they may see this, Virgo, as you risking the stability, the financial stability of your family that you're leaving, or you would plan on leaving. So you're trying to sort out the money, 8 of Pentacles. You're trying to do the right thing, but Virgo, this is a really difficult decision for you. I mean, this, for instance, Virgo, is you thinking, well, you know what, I'm not in love with my wife anymore. We're living as flatmates. I'm in love with somebody else, but I don't want her to end up on the breadline. And I don't want my children, for instance, to end up penniless because I've decided to head off with a lover. I mean, Virgo, you'd feel so bad about that. That's not you. That's not you. I think you're trying to sort out the finances. If you can manage to do that, then you would feel that morally you would have done everything you possibly can to make sure everyone's financially stable, so you wouldn't feel so guilty in leaving a partner to head off to be with somebody else. Right? This is a lover, Virgo. So many things remind me of you. I'm so attracted to you. I replay our conversations over and over. I love you unconditionally. I can't stop thinking about you. So Virgo, you may be in regular contact with your lover who is saying, Virgo, for goodness sake, just be with me. But what you're saying to this lover is, I can't at the moment because I'm trying to make sure that I don't land everybody in it financially. I can't just divorce my wife, leave my family, because it could affect the financial stability of my children. They wouldn't have their inheritance, right? There'd be nothing left because so much money would go on lawyers' fees, or so much money would go on a massive move. There wouldn't be anything left. I'd be betraying my children. So Virgo, this is a challenge for you, guys. You're going to have to think about this. So Virgo, I'm leaving it there. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Leo. So, my beautiful Leos, here we go, guys. This is your TGIF for Friday, the 7th of November. Should we see what's going on? Hope you've got a lovely weekend planned, my Leos. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for Leo, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 7th of November, heading into the weekend and into a new week. Thank you, Michael. I don't know why. I'm hearing the words, it was just inevitable. It was inevitable. It was inevitable that something was going to happen. It was inevitable that somebody was going to find out. Okay. 2 of Wands. Leo, you are standing at crossroads. You have a very serious decision to make. As a masculine, King of Wands, you have a serious decision to make. And it could be relating to a large lump sum of money. It could be relating to moving. Leo, you are heartbroken. You're feeling heartbroken because the decision is either staying in a situation, and I'm hearing not being very happy, or leaving a situation to be happy, but you're afraid that if you do leave, you're going to break someone's heart. Someone's going to be so heartbroken. It could be your partner, obviously. It could be another family member. It could be your kids. I don't know. You're really worried about this. You're really worried about this. This is a serious decision. 5 of Cups. You may feel that a female Leo kind of already knows that you're trying to make this decision. She may have found something out. You know, it was inevitable that eventually she would find out. I don't know. Pisces, could be a Pisces. Who is holding on to money. She's got 4 pentacles. She's struggling here. She's trying to move forward. She's trying to do her best, is what I'm hearing. But it's as if it's touch and go. It's as if it's touch and go. So this could be a family member. This could be a child of yours, Leo. You're worried about somebody's financial stability here. You're worried. You're worried here. Knight of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Leo, I think you're wanting to move forward with passion in a brand new direction. With the energy of the Seven of Cups, though, this is you a little bit emotionally confused. Or you're thinking, how can I help this person financially who's self-sacrificing, struggling, keeping hold of 4 pentacles? How can I help this person financially? You may have made mistakes in the past to do with money. You may have been reckless with money in the past. You could have given a fortune of money to a younger fire sign, and you might be looking back thinking, well, that was a big mistake. Okay. You're looking at past mistakes, Leo. You may have overindulged someone, which was a mistake financially, which left somebody else clutching hold of 4 pentacles, sacrificing. You may be thinking the only way to resolve this imbalance financially would be to move. Ace of Pentacles is uprooting and moving, but you're really not wanting to do that. So this may have nothing to do with love or leaving your person. You may be wanting to take action, but you're standing at crossroads because the only way you can make something balanced financially, something right, something fair, is maybe by selling a property and giving this person who might, in the nicest sense, have been breadcrumbed, giving this person the money that you should have given them before, or the same money that you gave to somebody else. But you're heartbroken about that because this is you thinking, God, I really don't want to have to sell my house and move, right? It could be rather complicated, Leo. Yeah. 3 of Pentacles. So, Leo, this is you maybe trying to come up with 3 lump sums of money. The Hierophant. You're wanting to work this out so it is legal. You follow a system step by step. You're wanting to make sure this is watertight. You're wanting to make sure that this is done traditionally, done properly. With the energy of the Hermit, Virgo energy, you've been doing a lot of soul searching about this, realizing that with the 9 of Pentacles, you may have given someone a very large amount of money whilst the other person was sat in the Ten of Wands. So this was totally unfair, totally imbalanced. Five of Pentacles, yeah. So someone was given the Nine of Pentacles, the other person sat in the Five of Pentacles, and Leo, you're there trying to sort this out. King of Wands. But the only way you feel you can is by uprooting and moving. Devil. This turned into a toxic situation where there were a lot of arguments and disagreements, and somebody is facing Judgment Day. Could be a Sag. Somebody's facing Judgment Day for holding back, sitting in ego, okay, wanting to win. And Leo, what you're trying to do is try to balance out the finances. Eight of Coins. You're trying to make things right. Bless you. But the only way that you feel you can do this successfully is by moving. You may have a lot of equity wrapped up in your house, or you could be living in a very expensive house, a house worth a lot of money. You could be thinking, well, you know, I or we, myself or my partner, both of us, don't need a property of this value. You know, maybe we should move, do the right thing, balance everything out. But it's heartbreaking for you. Even though, guys, this may not have been something that you did. You didn't mean this to be imbalanced. You may have tried to help somebody out, but realize, looking back, that you helped them out a lot more than you should have done. Now, Leo, you could be a feminine who's involved in a family dynamic, and this may hit home for you, okay? You may not be the King of Wands. This could be a family member who's trying to balance everything out financially. You could be involved. You could be the one who is sitting in the Nine of Pentacles. You could be the one who sat in the Five of Pentacles feeling things weren't fair, okay? Whoever is trying to sort out the money, let's see what this person would want to say. This is someone who's trying to balance everything out financially, so it's fair, okay? Oh, wow. So this person feels that the whole situation blew up was actually a lesson, a spiritual lesson. Okay. Wow. And this person loves their family. I feel this is a family situation. This was an imbalanced family situation based around finances. Yeah. Whoever this masculine is feels as if this was a spiritual lesson. The divine is testing him. Are you going to do the right thing? Are you going to balance this out? It's the fair thing to do. And this masculine wants to do the right thing because they love their family. All right. I hope that you can forgive me one day. So whoever was breadcrumbed, whoever was left out in the cold, I think this person, this masculine, is hoping that they will be forgiven one day if they try to do things the right way and balance the situation out financially. So guys, I am leaving it there. I really hope it's helped, and we're now moving to the sign of Cancer. Hello, my gorgeous Cancerians. I hope you guys are well. We are nearly the weekend. Thank goodness it's Friday. Let's see what's going on, guys. Here we go. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Cancerians? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Friday, the 7th of November, heading into the weekend and into a new week for my lovely Cancerians. Thank you, Michael. Let's see what's going on. I'm hearing a Prince song, When Doves Cry. How could you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Oh, Cancer, what's going on? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, or maybe I'm just like my mother. She was never satisfied. Okay, something's going on here. Let's see what's going on. Two of Wands, wow. That card came out as the first card for Leo, previous reading. Okay. Emperor. Aries energy, okay. Three of Pentacles. We have an Emperor standing at crossroads, wondering whether or not a situation can be rebuilt. He's thinking about the Ten of Pentacles. And he's thinking about judgment, Sagittarian energy. This person, now Cancer, this could be you, Saturn the Emperor. This could be someone else, Cancer, that you are connected to. Could be your partner, okay? This could be your partner thinking, do they want to commit to you? Do they want to divorce somebody else? This could be a family dynamic to do with money. Whoever the Emperor is standing at crossroads, trying to build financial stability for his family, or trying to make a decision as to whether or not they want a divorce. This is a serious judgment call. Four of Swords. Okay, this Emperor's pulling back to do some thinking about somebody who isn't communicating with them. Or this Emperor may be thinking about a High Priestess. Or Cancer, you could be the High Priestess, wondering what this Emperor's going to do. Two of Cups. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of love here. But someone is highly stressed with the energy of the Nine of Swords. Because someone else is going to be cut out of the mix and is going to be very angry and upset. Devil, because this might have become a toxic situation. Capricorn energy. Queen of Coins. There could be someone here, Cancer, who is going to feel very angry. This could be somebody obsessed with an unbalanced situation. Could be a Capricorn female. Five of Pentacles. Okay. Whoever the Queen of Coins is very worried that they're going to be left with no money at all. They're going to be left on the breadline. Wow. Underneath the deck, the Tower, Aries, Scorpio energy, Knight of Swords. All right. There was a Tower moment because there was an explosive argument. It could be relating to a child. It could be an apology was given. And the apology related to making some mistakes in the past. It could have been financially. This caused a lot of problems. It might be that someone here said, okay, I'm leaving you, or I want to get divorced. Ace of Pentacles. But there's love in a connection. And so someone's been up in their head, holding back, feeling a bit defensive, right? Could be you, Cancer, sat in fear. Because there's a lot of money at stake. There's a lot of money and family stability at stake. Somebody is worried about a final ending. Somebody's worried about putting a close to a situation here. Somebody's very worried about this. And we have the Queen of Cups under that. So either, Cancer, you're worried that if you are the Emperor, you're worried about family stability. You're trying to make a judgment call relating to a lot of money. You're nervous that if something isn't made right, a family member's going to disconnect, stop talking to you, going to block you out of anger. You may also be dealing, Cancer, with a Queen of Coins. Could be your wife, who could be a Capricorn, who's worried that if you don't divide family money the right way, she's going to end up in the Five of Pentacles and she's stressed. So Cancer, you may be trying to balance out a financial situation with your family, or it could be, Cancer, that if you are the Queen of Cups, you may be worried that this Emperor is about to leave you for this Queen of Coins, who could be a Capricorn female. And if he does, you're going to be sat as the Queen of Cups in the Five of Pentacles. You may be trying to prevent your Emperor from divorcing you to be with the Queen of Coins. This Emperor is the King of Coins. So we have the King and Queen of Coins. Okay. Could be a family situation that's toxic, became toxic because of worries, issues to do with money. So this is a really complicated situation, Cancer, whoever you are in the mix. Now, guys, because this could go so many ways, I'm just going to dip into the Angel Messages deck. Whoever you are, okay, guys, you could be the wife, you could be the Emperor, you could be the lover, whoever you are in the mix. Let's just see what the angels have to say. Archangel Michael, what do the angels have to say to my Cancerians? What's the advice? Thank you. Compromise. Okay, Cancer. The angels are saying that you may need to compromise. You may need to compromise. Okay. And remain positive rather than looking at a situation negatively. Not the right time. It's not the right time to make any drastic moves yet. Not the right time. Don't make this major judgment call about the Ten of Pentacles yet. Okay. If this is you. Okay, it's not the right time to think about love. It's not the right time to get divorced. It's not the right time to move forward with a lover. It's not the right time. More time is needed to come to an agreement with those involved rather than acting hastily, because this relates to a lot of money and potentially a complicated family dynamic. Don't stop. Okay, don't stop trying to work on this. It may need another few weeks. Don't start working on this for the next few weeks. Try not to think about romance. Don't do anything risky. Now, this obviously relates to the person that is thinking of leaving a family dynamic to be with somebody else, or whoever is wanting to be with another person here. The divine is saying, you know, get your head out of the clouds. Rather than thinking just about love, think about the financial aspects of the situation, which is very unusual because the angels are all about love. But if somebody is planning on taking a leap of faith and a risk towards somebody else romantically, the angels are warning that person, no, you have to do right by other people, and it could be to do with stability first. Make sure everyone is stable and feels safe financially first. Then if you want to leave to be with somebody else, okay. I think that's what they're saying. So whoever you are in the midst, Cancer, that reading's for you. Take care of you. Have a great weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Gemini. Gemini. Hope you're well, guys. Lovely to be with you. Happy Friday. Let's see what's going on. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my Geminis, please? Male or female? What do we have for Gem, please? Ooh, 4 Wands. Okay, someone getting married, somebody buying a house, somebody selling a house, somebody moving. Don't know. 4 of Wands. Now that is 1111. Could be a twin flame connection here. Let's see what's going on, my gems. Yeah. Wow. 4 Wands. Gemini. That card moved. Wanted to be seen. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, my goodness. So we have the Lovers card, which is you, Gem. Okay. Are you getting engaged? Are you making a choice that you want to live with someone? Are you making a choice about a house? We will see. Michael wants this on the board. Okay. So, Jen, we have the Lovers. We have the 4 of Wands. I mean, this could simply be you wanting to move in with a lover. I don't know. Eight of Cups. Two of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. Okay. Gemini. I've got to be honest, guys. I think you are walking away from a lover situation. You've been trying to make a decision what to do about this, but you feel somehow, that if you make plans to live with your lover, then someone else is going to feel betrayed. And you're deciding not to do this. You're deciding to walk away from your lover. It could be because you simply can't afford to go through divorce, or you can't afford to build this new life with your lover. You could be deciding not to get divorced because what you're realizing is you could end up on the breadline. High Priestess. Seven of Wands. Gemini, this is you walking away from being with a lover because you feel that somebody's found out about this affair. They're not saying anything, but whoever the High Priestess is, she's highly intuitive. You feel that if you carry through with your plans to be with your lover, this High Priestess isn't going to want anything to do with you ever again. This could be a family member. You may know that she'd feel betrayed. And so, Gemini, you're holding back. You're holding back. And you are trying to heal and end a third-party situation. Now, Gemini, this could be you married to a High Priestess, who could be a Pisces or a Cancerian. She could also be a Leo, or you could have Leo in your chart. You may feel even your wife has recognized that you're thinking about leaving to be with a lover. And so, Gemini, this is you ending a third-party situation, holding back from walking away from your partner to be with your lover, and you're hoping to heal a situation where your partner might have felt betrayed. Yeah, because this High Priestess may have done some spying on you, whether or not this is another family member, whether or not this is your partner, your wife, right? And what you're thinking about is, I know that if I try and secretly make plans to be with a lover, this is going to end very, very painfully. My wife is going to feel betrayed and I'm never going to forgive myself. Or a family member, even an older child of yours, Gemini, is never going to speak to you again. Somebody found out something, and Gemini, what you're thinking about is, I can't do this. I can't do this to my wife. I can't do this to my kids. I can't do this. The Page of Swords can be a child, right? Queen of Cups. There is a Queen of Cups in the mix, Gemini. I think she's a Pisces or a Cancerian. She's figured out that you were trying to develop a third-party situation. Okay. Gemini, you're doing the right thing. In inverted commas, guys, you may be heartbroken, but what you're deciding to do is to reconcile with your partner, to pull a family back together again. You are leaving a third party because you either realize that one of your children found out and they were distraught and felt betrayed, or your partner realized what was going on, questioned you, and you may have admitted what you were planning on doing, but you're deciding to patch up your marriage. Gemini, Two of Cups. You were in love with someone, Gemini, possibly a Virgo, or you could have Virgo in your chart. You stood back and did a lot of thinking about what you should do. And what you realized was, with the Ten of Wands, it was too much. It was too much for you to consider leaving your partner to be with your lover, coming through as the Queen of Wands. It was just too much. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. You were in your head too much. Nine of Swords. Because this would be a massive change. I mean, this is you ending a partnership to be with your lover, to form a serious long-term commitment with your lover. Eight of Wands. I think someone here communicated to somebody else that a situation, a marriage, was about to end. I think you looked at past mistakes, and you were also looking at your money, Gemini, and thinking about your children, Page of Cups. And this is you thinking, oh my God, I can't believe that my children found out, or my child found out, right? Seven of Swords. And you felt so burdened by this. This is you as a father realizing that your son or daughter found out that you were having an affair on their mother, and you might have been put on a pedestal by your children for many years. And this is you thinking, I can't do this to my kids. I can't do it. So Gemini, you have made a decision to leave a lover behind. You've walked away from your lover. You two were making plans to live together, to build a new life together. But what you're thinking about is, no, not only did my child or children find out and felt betrayed, and they're beginning to disconnect from me already, but I'm not going to be able to do this financially. If I divorce my partner, I'm literally going to be on the breadline with this lover. It's too much for you to cope with, Gem. So you are cancelling, or rather ending, a third-party situation, and you are deciding to come back together again with your partner. You're pulling your family back together again, Gemini. But this was difficult for you emotionally because you were totally in love with a person that you had this affair with, totally in love. But Gemini, you would have realized you would have lost too much, alienated your children, left your partner on the breadline, and this is you thinking, I can't do that, I can't do that. When everything's said and done, you have chosen to reunite with your family, okay? So Gemini, moving into angel answers, because you could be anyone in the mix. Let's have a look and see what the angels have to say to my Geminis. Thank you, Michael. Remain positive, Gem. That card came out in the previous reading. Yeah, there may be a connection here with a Cancerian, Queen of Cups. Improving health, yeah. Gemini, I think this is you improving the health of your relationship. Keeping positive, everything can be resolved and healed, right? There will be success if you decide to work on rebuilding your relationship, pulling your family back together again. Yeah. Oh, Gemini. You're going to be concentrating on doing this in the next few weeks. Be assertive. Okay, Gem. You may have your lover on the phone to you 24/7 or leaving you passionate messages, very angry, very upset. You may need to be assertive with your lover, Gem. You may need to say to your lover, look, I am so sorry. I do have feelings for you, but I cannot betray my family. And if your children found out, then this is you thinking my children are going to disown me, right? If my son or daughter has found out that I was about to leave their mother for a lover, I'd lose my children. Gemini, you are doing the right thing as far as you're concerned morally for the financial and emotional well-being of your family. There will be helpful people around you. Okay. Yeah. Listen to your intuition, Gemini. Listen to your intuition. High Priestess. Your intuition is telling you that if you move forward and try to build a new life with your lover, I think you're going to lose someone here because they've intuited that this is what you were planning on doing. Yeah. So I think, Gemini, if one of your children found out, you're not going to say anything. You're not going to tell them that you know they know, right? You are simply going to be spending a lot more time with them. You may be sending them little gifts. You may be on the phone to them a lot more often. You may be saying to them, you know, I care about you. Is there anything you need? Is there anything that I can do to help you in your life? Gemini, you are pulling your family back together again. If your wife found out, there might be a very tearful reunion. You may have said to her, I'm so sorry, but I've fallen in love with someone. I'm sitting on the fence. I don't know whether or not I have the courage to divorce. I know it's a shock for you, but I've got a lot to think about. Your wife may have been very distant with you, very upset with you, very cold with you, understandably. This is you saying to your wife, I am so sorry I put you through all this emotional upheaval, upset. I want to pull the family back together again. I want to reunite the family. Let's move back into the 10 of Cups. That's what you're deciding to do, Gem. Beautiful, guys. So I'm hoping that's helped someone take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Taurus. Hello, my lovely Taurians. So here we go, guys. This is your TGIF for Friday, the 7th of November, 2025. So Taurus, let's see what's going on. Let's see what the cards have to say. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Taurians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 7th of November, heading into the weekend and into a new week. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you, Michael. I'm hearing Tina Arena, chains. I'm in chains. Gosh, that's a really old song. Okay, it takes me back. All right. Do you feel held to a situation, Taurus? Do you want to break the chains somehow? 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. Queen of Swords. Wow. The Moon. The 6 of Swords. The Four of Swords. Wow, you're in your head, my lovely Taurians. All right, Taurus. Taurus. You're coming through, I believe, as the Queen of Swords. I think, Taurus, you have figured out that your person was developing a third-party situation. They were hiding it. What they planned on doing was to detach from you quite swiftly and head off in another direction. I think this is you having the courage to question your partner. I think this is what you were planning on doing. It could be you heard something through the grapevine. It could be, Taurus, someone told you, I saw your partner with somebody else. You're questioning your partner about what was hidden. You're questioning your partner, yeah, because, Taurus, you began to feel very burdened. You began to realize your partner was keeping a secret. It might be, Taurus, you realize that your partner had fallen in love with somebody else, and you were sitting there thinking about your financial stability. Ten of Pentacles. Emperor. Okay, Taurus. This is you questioning your Emperor. Now, for some of you, Taurus, and this is sensitive, for some of you, it may even have been more shocking because the person that your Emperor was having an affair with may have been a same-sex connection. This could be you, Taurus, as a feminine, realizing that not only was your partner about to leave you, but they were about to leave you for a man. And this is you thinking, oh my gosh, right? I never knew. It may have been a shock. Or Taurus, you simply realized that your Emperor was in love, King of Cups, with another woman. Take it as it resonates, guys, okay? Two of Wands. What your Emperor had admitted to you was that they were standing at life's crossroads. I think, Taurus, your Emperor's being very defensive with you, possibly out of mortification, embarrassment that this all came to light, that you found out what they planned on doing. Yeah. You may have said to this person, I think this would have been very indulgent of you. You would have indulged your desires, but it would have caused a lot of upset and heartbreak to the family and to me. You may have asked this person how long this had been going on for. How long have you known this person? The Chariot. How long have you been traveling to see this person? Strong Cancerian energy. Taurus, this is you sitting your person down and saying to them, look, okay, you love this person or you're obsessed with this person, but this is overindulgent of you. We've been together, 20, 30 years. Think about our children, right? Think about what we've built together. And you were just thinking of leaving? I mean, Taurus, this is you having a really serious, Queen of Swords conversation with your person about this third-party situation. Because something came to light and you realized what they were planning on doing. Underneath the deck, the Sun, yeah. You may have become enlightened, Taurus, that this person met their lover at a distance. You may also have been realizing that's why they held back from you. They weren't affectionate with you. They weren't loving with you. You may have noticed that this person was also very frugal with money. Everything kind of slotted into place. You began to have nightmares about this, Taurus, realizing that your partner was sort of planning to escape, planning a sort of midnight flit, planning on just leaving you. this was something they were organizing behind the scenes quietly and possibly for quite a long time. Knight of Cups. This was painful, Taurus, because this is you knowing that you still love your partner. The Fool. Aries energy for some. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You couldn't believe that they were actually planning on just leaving you, just walking away. Yeah. And this is you, Taurus, right? In your head. This is you in your head. Empress. So you're the Empress and the Queen of Swords. Wife, mother, right? Three of Swords. You may have felt heartbroken, realizing that your partner was either being frugal financially because they were planning on leaving you, or you simply found out about the affair. Lovers, Gemini energy. Yeah, it may even have been something that a child told you, which may have been even more shocking. Mom, you know, I think Dad is having an affair with someone. So this was a really challenging situation, Taurus. I think this is you sitting your person down, saying to your person, do you realize that this is going to destroy this family? If you follow your desires, your passions, this is going to destroy this family. Are you really going to do that? So let's see what this Emperor is going to do. The Hierophant. Taurus, that's you. That's you. The Hangman. He's looking at this marriage differently now. He's looking at the situation differently now, realizing that you sacrificed, Taurus, for the sake of this marriage, right? Whilst he sat in ego, simply wanting to win, wanting to be indulged, wanting everything his own way, wanting to stay in control, right? Holding back from you, being very defensive with you. What is going to happen here? The Tower. Okay. Wow. Queen of Cups. All right. Taurus, either this Emperor was planning on being with a Queen of Cups, could be a Scorpio with a Tower, Aries, Pisces, or a Cancerian. Or Taurus, this could be someone who told you what your Emperor was up to. Could even be a friend of yours, saw your Emperor out in the street with someone, or in his car with someone. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, that's you, Taurus. Yeah. I think what you're going to realize is whoever this guy is, whoever this Emperor is, he's going to temper his passions and put time and energy back into the connection with you. This is being guided by Archangel Michael. So there was a Tower moment. Everything nearly sort of went under. I think, Taurus, this is you very strong, resilient, having a really straight conversation with your partner, no holds barred. I think you've been planning on leaving me for a third party. You've been hiding this for a long time, wanting to sort of quietly sneak away when it was the right time for you. I've been trying to heal because I've realized what you were planning on doing. Your partner's going to see your perspective, see your side of things. They were sat in ego. They just wanted their ego fed. They're going to hold back from bringing in the Tower. They're also going to hold back maybe from moving forward with a Queen of Cups or a Sag for some of you, okay? They're going to temper their passion, and I think they're going to strengthen the connection with you, Taurus. Really lovely energy. There's going to be an apology. Okay? All right. So here we go, guys. Let's see what your person would want to say to you. What would your person want to say to you? Yeah. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Taurus, this is going to be patched up, but, you know, it's one thing to say, all right, you know, I'll take you back. It's very difficult to look someone in the eye who you might have felt betrayed you or was trying to betray you and say, I forgive you, and mean it. It's a tough one. It's a tough call. Yeah, your person knows that they nearly messed up everything for the sake of this lover. They are going to admit that they were planning on leaving. And they're going to say to you, I know I crossed the line with you. I know this was unforgivable. I know that I really hurt you. I am so sorry. What else are they going to say? I lost myself for a little while. I think this person was just seduced by another woman. Gave into it. I think they were just, you know, midlife crisis, or, you know, they felt they just wanted something to spice them up. I don't know what this was, but they do love you unconditionally. Taurus, this person loves you. I think this is lust and desire that got out of control. It got out of control and they really regret lying to you. Yeah. Taurus, this is going to work out if you have the courage to forgive this person and take them back. I don't think they are ever going to do this type of thing again. Yeah. So Taurus, that is your reading. I hope it's helped. Let me know down below if you feel this is your story. Take care of you guys, and we're now moving to the final sign of Aries. So, my lovely Aries, I hope you're with me. It's been a long reading and I am losing my voice. Wow. So forgive my voice, guys. Let's get into this for you, my lovely Aries. So Archangel Michael, what do we have, please, for my Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Masculine or feminine? What do we have for Aries? Friday, the 7th of November. Thank you, Michael. Wow, Aries, you're very quiet. I'm not hearing a word. Very quiet. Wow. Are you in your head? Silence. And it's deafening, if you know what I mean. Aries, you're in your head. Okay. Let's see what this is all about. You're thinking about conflict, drama. You're thinking about money. You're thinking about somebody who might have been sacrificing, or you're seeing somebody else's perspective. King of Cups. You may be thinking, Aries, of a Pisces. Could be a Pisces masculine. Queen of Wands. Aries, you, I feel, are taking a big step back. You're looking at a bit of a chaotic situation that you want to work on. It could be relating to a Pisces masculine, or you are seeing somebody else's perspective, Aries, as a female, and you are about to take action. You've held back from communicating how you really feel to whoever is in your environment for quite a long time. You've almost stood back to see how something might unfold, okay? And you're ready to take some kind of action. Yes, there's the action card. This is communication. Magician. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. All right. Six of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Wow. Aries. I think, Aries, you realize that your person was planning on leaving you for someone else. I think you are calling your person out, saying to them, I believe you were trying to manifest divorcing me. I'm not having it. I'm not letting you go. I'm not agreeing to this. I'm going to make it really difficult for you to divorce me. Wow. You may have felt that your person, Aries, fell in love with a third party, and you've been in your head realizing that your person was thinking about the finances of your situation, and they were doing that because they were about to leave you for somebody else. Yeah. Yep. Tower. Tower. Scorpio energy, Aries energy. You had a tower moment, and you've been sat in the Ten of Wands realizing that your person was about to walk out on you. Hierophant. Yeah. You may have been feeling that there was a lot of pressure on the marriage in recent times, or you may have felt your person was just very secretive. What they were planning on doing was sabotaging your marriage, your relationship, because they wanted to sit in some kind of overindulgence. Could basically be this person wanted to be with a lover, okay? This is you calling your person out, Aries. I've been conflicted, says Aries, as to why you kept talking to me about money, looking at the books, saying we had to pull our resources together, worried about spending too much. I see things differently now. Oh my God. You were planning on leaving me for somebody else. You were planning on manifesting divorcing me. Well, I'm sorry, you're not going to do that. Nope. This is you saying to your person, Aries, this is a tower moment for me. You were actually going to leave me? You were going to leave me in the Ten of Wands after God knows how many years marriage? You were going to sabotage our marriage because you wanted to be indulged? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. Aries. Wow, guys, you are standing up for this connection, standing up for yourself, Chariot. You might have realized that there was a Cancerian in the mix. I don't know. Yeah, Seven of Cups. You began to wonder how many other people your person had been intimate with. Was this the first time that they juggled you with somebody else? Two of Pentacles. Enlightenment, right? Enlightenment. Wow. Yep, about a lover who might have lived at a distance. They may have managed to hide this affair, Aries, because this person lived at a distance, or because your person travelled for work. But the truth came out. Ace of Swords. The truth came out about a lover. And I think, Aries, this is you standing your ground, right? This is you standing your ground. There is no way that we are going to separate. I'm not agreeing to legal separation. I'm not agreeing to you leaving me. I don't care how much money you give me, says Aries. I don't care how much money you're planning on giving me in a divorce. I am not agreeing to this. I'm going to make this so difficult for you if you try and do this. Yeah, furious. Knight of Swords, furious. Aries, furious. Death card. This person may have wanted to be with a Scorpio. You might have seen passionate messages, but this is a massive blow-up argument about an affair situation. Yep, Ace of Wands. So, Aries, my Aries, you are basically saying to your person, I found you out and I'm not agreeing to a divorce. No, 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 no. Okay? Let's see what your person would want to say to you. Here we go. Hidden Truth Oracle. Archangel Michael, what would Aries person want to say to Aries? I regret lying to you. So this person may have said to you, oh, they're just a friend of mine, or, oh, yeah, no, I'm not attracted to that person, or, yeah, no, I'm not having an affair. Of course I'm not having an affair. Well, yeah, they regret lying to you. Gosh, Aries, they might even have gaslit you, pretended as if they were so incredibly upset that you could even think that they would cheat on you. Well, they did, or they were planning on leaving you. I wish I could take back my words. Wow. So they lied to you, gaslit you, pretended as if you were imagining things. Yeah, no, Aries, you're crazy. What are you talking about? You're mad. No, Aries, this person lied. This person lied. Yeah, they lost themselves for a little while. They lost themselves for a little while. Okay. But they do love you. I know it's probably not what you want to hear, but they do still love you. I think they might have been seduced by someone and it fed their ego. And this person, whoever they were, was trying to persuade them to leave you to be with them. Aries, this is you standing up for this relationship, giving this person a piece of your mind and telling them that if they try to leave you for somebody else ever again, you're going to make life so unpleasant for this person, they're going to wish that they'd never met you, right? You do this again to me, I'm going to make your life living hell. Yeah. Anything else? What else do they want to say to Aries? Guys. Ooh, okay. Aries, you may have said to this person, I don't want to see you. I don't want to speak to you. I don't care where you go, but I don't want you in the house for the next few weeks. I can't bear to look at you, right? They're waiting for a sign from you after you found all this out. They're waiting for a sign, I think, Aries, that you're going to accept them back into the house. You may have said to this person, you can go and stay in a B&B. You can go and stay in a hotel. I don't care, but I don't want you under my roof. Wow. So you may have said to this person, I just don't want you in the house for a while. Okay. Aries, you may actually have seen your person with someone else. I left when I saw you with someone. It could be a photograph on social media. It could be actually in the street. It could be you saw this person driving past with somebody else in the passenger seat. You saw your person with someone. Yeah. So Aries, you are not allowing this person to divorce you. I think this person is mortified. I think this person still loves you and is embarrassed. It's going to take a while for this to be totally mended all over again. But I think it will be. If you want it to be, it will be. What is interesting is I feel this anger coming from you as opposed to upset. I think you were just furious that they could even think about building a plan to just leave you, right? Yeah. So Aries, I'm leaving it there. Thank you so much for bearing with me. It's been a really long reading. Take care of you guys. And of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. Take care then. Bye now.